Ray From is back, better than ever, baby. So here we go. Second review for my channel ever. Here we go. We're going to talk about this Wrestlepalooza. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you spent almost $40 for ESPN Unlimited, there's something wrong with you. Yeah, your audio is not matching your visuals because you could have just gotten Netflix and a free VPN choice, and you could have gotten it on your devices. There's options out there. There's many different VPN options. If you're watching it off of a browser, which a lot of us are, there's free VPN options out there. Proton VPN is on everything for free. There's a lot of free options and trials out there that anybody can go get to watch wrestling pay-per-views through Netflix. WWE PLEs, you can watch through Netflix as long as your location, your geographical location is set in like Canada or other places. So to be honest with you guys, I don't know why some of you were paying for it. Unless you have to have all the sports stuff that I understand, then it's worth it to you. I get mine through my cable provider. If you have Spectrum and you have their streaming TV service, you can actually qualify to get it. They are giving away streaming apps, by the way, and ESPN Unlimited is free. All you got to do is make an account on Hulu and sync your Spectrum to it. Or if you have a pre-existing account that your subscription is expiring, all you got to do is link your Spectrum stuff to it, and you're golden. And then all you got to do is from there is log into your My Disney stuff on ESPN, and it'll automatically sync up with Unlimited. You get Unlimited included. That was part of the deals with all these companies. ESPN made all these deals, and these companies paid out billions of dollars for it. So that's why you can get it unlimited. But the app sucks. And to be honest with you, it would crash on my Apple TV a lot. So I just said, screw it, Netflix, VPN, call it a day. I have NordVPN. I paid for 2 years of service. We're good there. But to be honest with you, this premium live event was not a premium live event. This was a premium rushed event. And you could tell from the minute go. And a lot of their choices, like I understand Stephanie McMahon needs to be in the Hall of Fame. I get they rolled out the red carpet for that. And I'm happy to see her in the Hall of Fame. She's done a lot for the company. But she's done a lot of bad shit too. Same with Triple H. And we need to call that shit out for what it is. And tonight, John Cena, that was a crime to me. Like you have kids and actual grown-ass adults crying because it was just wrong altogether. This is not how you finish somebody's career out. You need to have John Cena win more than lose. Stop burying the man that gave you mostly quarter of his life to a company. You're treating him like he's not royalty. He's the Tom Brady of your company. You should be literally treating him like 5 stars and giving him that stink treatment, and you have him get buried. We did this 10 years ago or more. Why are we doing it now in 2025 to a person that's done a lot of stupid shit, Brock Lesnar, that I don't understand is there to hamper young talent progression? I don't get it. Beyond me. The match was a waste of my time. I had to pause it because I was literally kind of going, this is not for me. I waited for the match to be over. I kind of rewinded it back, and I already knew what was happening. John Cena, they should have made John Cena bleed. If they were to go through all that noise, make him bleed. What a waste of my time. And I don't care for Brock Lesnar now as he's gotten older. He should have been gone. He's far in the tube. He looks jacked. I'm happy for him, but he's got to go. He's there for a paycheck, not so much there to put over younger talent. He's there for a paycheck. And Paul Heyman being there, that I knew that was coming, and it's just to get a cheap heat crowd pop. That's all that was about. You know, you may seem like I'm being negative. I like certain things WWE did tonight. Like, for instance, Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer. Great. They played a knee injury, and they had Stephanie Vaquer win. I'm happy about that. Congratulations to her. She should have been women's champion a long time ago. They brought her up. She should have been a long time ago. I'm happy about that. The mixed tag match. Fantastically done. AJ Lee deserves to get the win. She hasn't been there in 10 years, and that's them giving her a gift. And I'm happy about that. They're trying to make right, and I'm happy about that. Now let's have AJ Lee win that Intercontinental belt. If not, then it's going to be a waste of my time, and I'm going to be turning around going, what the fuck WWE is doing? Pardon my language. But tonight, it was the best option. The Usos, what are we doing with that? You bring them back, you hype it up, you make them feel premium again, put new shine, new music, basically Jay's intro. And that's all you do, and you have them lose. You just have them lose to some stupid shit. And then is LA Knight turning heel? Is he tweener? I just don't get it. Robin Hood, what are you doing with him? Is he Wolverine? Is Vin Diesel? What are we doing with him? You know what I mean? LA Knight's so all over the place, and I feel bad for Joe Henry. That it looks like WWE is signing him to a lucrative deal, big bag fist of money. I feel sorry for Joe Henry. You know, I feel like he's going to be another Bobby Roode. Let's just keep that a buck. And they're bringing Bobby Roode back into NXT. Isn't that something? They're relaunching Bobby Roode. Did Bobby Roode want to come out of retirement now? What's next? We're going to see Eric Young. We're going to see all these old people. Why do we keep bringing old people back? Couldn't we focus on the youth? This is why a lot of these characters that you find that go out in the indie scene and whatnot, okay, they don't really have a career after the fact. Seriously, they become relegated to nothing. That's why you see Priscilla Kelly. That's why you see Chauncey. That's why you see Matt Cardona doing so well in the indie scene. If they come back to WWE, it's just they're going to be a shell of themselves, to be honest with you. This women's championship match was the right move to make, to be honest with you. Stephanie McCurry was the right choice. The mixed tag team, AJ Lee, was the right choice. I knew she was going to win and beat Becky Lynch to set up for an Intercontinental match for the next pay-per-view. Let me go down here. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. Let me keep it a buck with you guys. Let me keep it honest with you. I don't know if Drew McIntyre hurt himself or not. I didn't see the red X or anything like that. I don't know if he got hurt. I don't know if they did a swerve, but it looked like Drew McIntyre got hurt. I don't know if they're playing it. I don't know what it is, because you never know with WWE. WWE, you never know. They're working you or shooting. I don't know which one it is. Lately, WWE thinks fans are stupid and they do a bunch of stupid shit. But honestly, I'm going to be real with you with this show. You know, outside, you know, Cody was going to win anyway. It was predictable. They're going to keep the belt on Cody, and they're going to probably run back Cody and Roman. I just don't get that, but you know, beyond me. You know, some people are going to say this was cinema, absolute cinema. The reason I'm going through this review so fast, what do you need me to say here to you? That this show is great, fantastic, 10 out of 10s? No. I'm going to tell you this show was literally a 5 out of 10. A 6 out of 10 at best. Outside of the AJ Lee, Stephanie McCurry, maybe the Drew McIntyre and Cody match, it was filler. I was watching a Saturday Night's main event, basically. This was a rush show. This wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I'm absolutely disappointed. And supposedly ESPN had says in this. If we're allowing companies to have says, I'm afraid of Saudi Arabia now. I'm afraid of what's going to happen Royal Rumble Saudi. I'm worried that we're going to have entities, because they pay as much money, they become their private bookers. You know what I mean? I'm concerned going forward with WWE product. And there is reasons why AEW is getting the praise that it is. There's reasons why people are tuning into AEW more than a WWE going forward. It's not because, you see, WWE can put on great shows. It's just they're putting on the same regurgitated shit every week. And they wonder why their ratings are dropping. They're panicking over this. TKO is coming out and saying that they need to sell more tickets. They don't understand. They didn't get why when Vince McMahon was around, why that he cared about families. Well, he put butts in seats. He made fans feel important. That's what Vince did. He offered good prices. When I went to go to super shows back in the day, they made you feel like $1 million. If you're sitting for your ass in a seat in a pre-taped SmackDown and a live Monday Night Raw, they gave you popcorn, they gave you hot dog package, beer package. They were whining and dining you for the price. Not so much now. And I don't care who somebody tells me different. I've seen the ticket price. I've seen online ticket prices. I've seen what people have had to say on X that have gone to these shows, and they say it's just a waste of money. You don't get anything anymore. You get, what, a fuck you? And people are now walking and not buying. People are not purchasing stuff because either you put food on the table or you buy a streaming service. And the reason why the sale of the 7 seas is happening is because people are sick of being nickel and dimed. I guarantee WWE could have more views, ESPN, Disney, all these people could have more views if they would just literally stop nickeling and diming the consumer. There's a video, I'll link a video, I'll find it. I'll link why streaming services have gone downhill. And I'll show you why. I'll have a link down below showing you that. But this show was just not good. It just wasn't good. Outside of 2 matches, maybe 3, and the amount that they were claiming this was great, it wasn't a stadium show. They didn't book a big stadium. It feels like this show was rushed and a last-second decision. And you could clearly see from the articles that were out, clearly you could see from the things. I'm not saying this show is absolute dog shit, crap, garbage, but this show fell off a truck. You could tell there was a quality difference between it and All Out. All Out had a mission. They had beginning, middles, and ends, and they set up for other storylines. Here, they didn't really set up for other storylines outside of maybe AJ Lee and Becky Lynch going after the Intercontinental belt and her crusade to get the belt. What, the Usos versus Braun Breaker for the 15 millionth time? Is that what we're doing next? In a steel cage? What, Brock Lesnar and John Cena run it back again at Survivor Series? Like, this is what you're getting. And Cody Rhodes looks like Bland. Like Blandy Rhodes. Blandy Rhodes. I talk American Nightmare, I wear suit, I talk, I'm robot. That's what he does. This is what WWE has become. And I'm sorry, I was watching it, and I turned around and I felt like I was wasting my time watching it. What was I watching? What was I seeing? And if this is, and I don't know why people praise Triple H. This wasn't good booking. This was terrible. I felt like I was watching Dixie Carter TNA. Weak ass bullshit, just Mickey Mouse and duct taped and put together. That's what I was watching. I don't know what else to tell you guys. If this makes me negative, then so be it. Then put on better shows. Put on better shows. Bring up better talent. Stop the nonsense of giving me Seth Rollins for a billion times. They've kind of ran their course with the Vision. They've ran their course. I don't care about this power couple. They did it before. When are we not going to learn, WWE? You do the same thing and put a new can of paint on it. Does not make it better. Let's keep that a buck here. Just because you shine up a car from the 90s and represented it back doesn't mean that it's better now in 2025. You did this before with John Cena. You buried him. Why are we doing this in the last 3 months? This makes absolutely dumbfounded bullshit shit that I don't understand as a human being. Like, make it make sense. That's why you're getting shit on. That's why Triple H was trending for 3 hours on my actual main Twitter, on my main X, and even on Blue Skies he was trending. People were shitting on him. There was reasons why. When you do that kind of shit and you don't give the fans what they want, but the WWE, they say they're listening. Triple H, remember when he said he was listening? Is he really listening now? No, it's all about money and pleasing shareholders. Where's The Rock in all this? Thought The Rock was a people person. Oh wait, he's so focused on his Academy Awards and shit more than the fans. This company's gone way backwards from what they originally said that when they were becoming TKO, WWE, or whatever. They're so worried about the UFC, they don't give a shit about us fans. They want us to buy 5 different streaming services. They're becoming the NBA. Anyway, my name is Wraithrone TV. I have a mouth. I have a fucking opinion. And you know I'm right when I'm telling you I'm a lifelong wrestling fan since 1994. And you're telling me that this shit's better than WCW 2000? This is right up there. All I'm waiting for is Vince Russo on a pole match. I'm waiting for that bullshit. Hey, I'm waiting for the Saudi Arabia shows where we bring back Ric Flair. Like, I'm sorry, WWE's become a clown show, and I understand why people are saying now, I'm just going to go watch your competitor now. It's more interesting over here, because at least they're building stars and making stars look good. John Cena, I'm sorry, but it's a crime to me that this man is getting dumped on. All around. You bring him out with the children just to have him get dumped on. What is wrong with this company? You bring and then you have him lose like that. I would have rather Brock Lesnar beat some type of old guy at a bar than have fucking John Cena at this point. Anyway, I've gone on too long. My name's Rev Sauce, and sorry. Wraith Realm TV, sorry. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.